everyone, welcome to another episode of The Front. As always, you can check out the website at leadtheteam.net for free sales training, for motivational content, and for leadership tips. And if you would, cruise on over to leadtheteam.tv and subscribe to the YouTube channel there. I do new episodes of The Front every Wednesday and Sunday, and I would love to have you take part. If you're interested in the audio podcast, those are available on just about every podcast platform out there. Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, you name it. Just type in The Front and Mike Phillips and it should come right up. And whether you're watching this episode or if you're tuned in and listening to it right now, please make sure you participate in the comments down below. Share your thoughts and share your opinions. Feel free to ask questions because often that leads to a really excellent future show. So today, it's a really easy theme. I'm talking about keeping people right now on The Front.
Thanks for tuning in to Lead the Teams, The Front.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and join me today. My name is Mike Phillips and I will be your host. This is The Front and the theme today is keeping people. Now, I'm talking about employee retention. I've been in management and leadership in excess of 25 years. I was a business owner. I've been involved in coaching sports at a what I would consider somewhat high level. And for the last 15 years, I've been involved in management and leadership in the automotive industry. Now, what I've found is that people that are involved in business, staff members, employees, they really only want a few things to stay engaged. And when you do these things, they'll stay with you for the long haul. And when they stay with you for the long haul, it's good for business. Right now, I am currently in the automotive industry. I've been almost exclusively in an automotive call center for the past 7 years or so. And the average tenure of the employees that work directly in that department is between 4 and 5 years. Now, if you know anything about automotive and if you know anything about call centers, that's a little bit of an anomaly. And I like to think it's because of the culture that we have within our dealership. It's the leadership in our dealership and it's the culture and energy we've created in that department. Because generally in a position for automotive and for call centers, you've got really high stress, high production and results expectations, and ultimately, often you have high turnover. So for a longer tenured staff like that, that's something that I'm really proud of to share with people. Now, throughout the study of psychology and management and leadership and the study of people across multiple different mediums, listening to podcasts, engaging with online video and training courses and management seminars and mastermind groups where people and managers and leaders come together to discuss ideas. And that's something I've put a lot of study to in recent years. And I think that's given me some really good insight and some information as to a few key factors that are major influencers on employee retention. So today I'm going to share 3 of what I feel are the most important factors in retaining employees in a business. And this is not necessarily going to be from a leader's perspective. I think this is probably more from a employee's perspective or somebody that's on the front line, more so from their perspective on what's important to the people that are working in an organization so that they'll stay with the organization. And if you do these things, it'll allow your business to really grow and flourish, and it creates a great energy and culture, and people stay for culture. So as I said, I'm going to share 3 key pieces of information with you today. The first one, number 1, is you've got to care about people. I did a whole episode on this. I think it was episode number 65 of The Front, and I'll leave the link down below there. One of the keys is people have to feel genuinely cared about. When they feel that their management and their leadership cares about them, and I'm talking about that they value what their opinions are, that they care about their hopes and dreams, that somebody in leadership knows what that staff member's measure of success is, not necessarily the company or the leader's measure of success, but what the individual's measure of success is. When people feel cared about, they'll stay. They will push and they will try so hard to accomplish more for your business or for your organization when they feel cared about. And one of the keys to that is you just have to listen. You just have to listen to what people want and what their aspirations are. Listen to what they're actually saying. Because most of the time people do know and they're willing to share it. You just got to listen up. The second thing is a leader has to be willing to lead from the front. I love that line because that's what this show is all about. It's about being in front and getting out front and leading from the front and finding new ways and cutting new paths so that the people that are following you down the path don't have as difficult a time as you may have when you started. People that are in front, leaders, they have to be willing to plan and strategize and sometimes take a leap of faith. There has to be a level of fearlessness to people that are in leadership. And we've heard it before, right? You've heard the term of endearment, our fearless leader. That's something that's legit. People want to follow strength. People want to follow strong leaders. And I'm not saying arrogant leaders. They want to follow somebody that's confident. There's a difference between confidence and arrogance, but that's probably a whole nother show. They want to follow somebody that is strong and confident and still humble. The third piece of information that I'm going to share with you today that I think is such key to employee retention is you have to be willing to train and grow the people that work for you. Yes, it's simple, but it is so important. The key is to accelerate people into being the best version of themselves. See, people don't want to feel that a year from now, they're going to be in the same place emotionally or skill set wise or financially. I've read about it. I know you have. We've heard about it. You've probably seen it happen in your own business where somebody will go ahead and they will up and because they don't feel like they're growing, they don't feel like they're learning, they will leave an organization for opportunity. And at its core, opportunity doesn't pay the bills. So why do people leave for opportunity? They leave for opportunity because they feel like there's a chance for them to grow. There's a chance for them to move. And they can see themselves that a year from now, they're in a better place. They have more knowledge. They are emotionally in a better spot. They have more time, or financially they're better off. So people will chase that opportunity even if the money's not there yet. So you have to teach people, make them the best version of themselves so that they can perform better or produce more tomorrow than what they did today. So if you're a leader, a manager, somebody in an authority role in a business or in an automotive dealership, those three things will help you to retain your people and can catapult you to new heights. I'll recap them real quick. Number one is you have to care about people. Genuinely care about the people that work with and for you. Number two is you got to get out front. And number three is you have to teach and grow people. Allow them to be the best version of themselves. Help them to be the best version of themselves. Now, those can seem like, well, gosh, Mike, I've heard these before. That seems kind of easy. Yeah, but there's not necessarily steps to do those. You have to be a genuine person, and you got to be willing to take action. Even if it's not perfect action, you've got to be willing to go. Take the chance. Jump. Now, if you're an employee or a frontline person watching this, here's what I'd ask you. One, do you agree with it? And two, what else would you add to the list? What else is important to you to receive from your management or from your leadership that you feel like, you know what, I would stay for that. I would follow this person and I would help to create and build that energy and that culture in our business. So please do me a favor, share that in the comments. I would love to hear from you. That's the whole message today on keeping people. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and join me. If you've gotten something from this episode, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure and hit the little bell notification so it tells you when I'm listing new episodes on YouTube. I would appreciate that. Share it on your social media. Don't lock it all up and keep it to yourself. Share it with the world. I would really appreciate that. And I will tell you what, until we speak next, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. We'll talk to you soon, everybody.